Morning, Soul Family. Actually, it's afternoon. I've been getting some stuff done, and I am heading off to the Harvest Festival in Boulder Creek. And I've got my snuggly wugglies on because it's kind of overcast today, which is awesome for me. You know I want this weather, right? So I got I'm back to nature. I'm back to my wild roots. And if it gets even more chilly, I'll be the wolf. Fully. Ow. Okay, let's do our reading. I'm going to do it, not quite sure where we'll do the reading. We're going to move some stuff around. I guess I could have gotten a little bit more situated before I chose to do this, but I didn't. So we'll do it this way. All right, you guys look out there while I figure out what deck we're going to be using, what decks, and which let's see, what items should we use to choose from? We're going to use the relationship decks, and we're going to use the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and possibly the Shapeshifters. Yes, we will. We will use all of these. Oops. I made myself some hot peppermint tea for the chili. Okay, so let's see, where do we go? Ooh, I know where to go. Let's take the chili warm tea. We'll go up to the place that I set out to choose as my own personal campground, right? Let's use this as our platform, because this is where I said I'd be if I were camping. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, give you guys to choose from the satellite dish, the fire pit, the pitchfork. There's going to be reasons. I'm always excited to find out what the reasons are. This is Randall's pitchfork because it says Hopper. So Hopper could be a bunny. For him, it's Randall. He thinks it's the grasshopper. That's what he believes. But anytime I think of it, I think of Jiminy Cricket, the conscience. So the pitchfork, the fire pit, the satellite dish, and I just heard that's it. That's it. All right, so we're going to put you guys, I'm going to take a sip of my water. I'm going to put you guys down right here. Oops, let me face the bottom. Okay. There we go. It's not really as cold as I'm making it look right now. Like, I don't have to wear my wolf outfit. I don't have to. I don't have to be a wolf. I just want to be a wolf. Depends, right? Okay, so let me put my wolf over here. Interesting. I put my wolf on the pitchfork, which to me represents my conscience. So, all right. So, how weird. Why did I pick this deck? What decks did I say? I said the relationship decks. And you know what came up is the Animal Tarot. That's so strange. Okay, so I guess there's a message in here that I wasn't aware of. This morning I heard, I had really amazing dreams. I've had very little sleep because I've been doing readings for everyone, right? And staying up super late because I don't have a lot of time to be here with these people. And here I'm on a retreat, and I'm up until like 4:30 in the morning, and I've got like these suitcases underneath me. And I thought, you know what? As soon as I'll be leaving soon. I've got suitcases packed under my eyes already, so that means I'm leaving soon. So last night I chose to go to bed. I went to bed at about 11, and I had really cool dreams. I sleep really well here in the forest. Oh my gosh, I sleep so well. So for those who, so what was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. I got messages, and the messages were Here, you know what? I'm going to put you guys up a little higher so I can actually see you. Oh, that's so silly. So I can see you. So you can see this little thing at the bottom is supposed to close. Oh, see, I'm always led to things. This has to be closed in case any water comes along. There. Now we're at the same level. Okay, so I heard in my dreams there was a woman that was in charge. I kept getting there's a woman in charge. And I heard, that must be private. But at the very end, as I was lying there, I thought, I'm going to kind of drowse. I like drowsing because that's when I get my messages, like my voice messages, right? And I told you that I connected to this person that I've dreamed. I've heard him in my dreams, right? I am Aquarius, the jester, right? I might see him today at the festival. We'll see. He might have given me all of the messages that he needed to give me. Just basically, might have been just a welcome, showing me that, yes, you're in the right place, right? A lot of times I see things and I hear things because that's the place, it's just confirmation that you are where you're meant to have been heading, right? Or here, this is what you're going to see. But no, I'm seeing the wolf. So I'm seeing the wolf. He's got green eyes. And he does. So what I heard this morning was, here is your rain man of the forest. And I thought, that's interesting because remember we got the message about heeding wise counsel. I think we got it, didn't we? I know I got it in private readings for a couple of people. And when you see the color green or whenever there's mention of rain, you'll know that your counselor is there. So I haven't seen him since that first day. I guess it was last Tuesday. And when I heard that this morning, I thought, because I was asking, who are you, right? And then I heard that. And so I thought, that must be him, right? He must be the rain man of the forest, which is kind of like a play on two things, right? Rain, man, right? You're going to get messages because it's trying to rain. It's starting to spit. Whenever you see evidence of rain, that was one of the messages, or green. Of course, there's green everywhere. You'll know that this is not a time for you to listen to what your heart is telling you and what your head is telling you. You are to heed wise counsel. So I thought, if I'm meant to see him again and he has a message for me, I'll see him today at the farmer's market. If not, he already delivered his message. Basically, this is who you are. This is where you're at. But then I heard, I am the rain man of the forest. So I thought, are you the rain man? And then I thought about rain man. Rain man, right? Rain man is brilliant. But he was autistic, wasn't he? So this morning, about an hour later, I was getting ready and I heard this singing and talking and I looked over and there's a little boy coming out with garbage to take it out. And I watched him for a little while and he was talking to himself and he was singing and kind of like what I do. And I thought, I don't want to embarrass him because I'm standing outside the car and he probably doesn't know I'm here. So I announced myself. I said, hey, buddy. And he goes, hey, buddy. And he didn't look at me. And I said, what's your name? And he said, I'd rather not discuss that. And I said, fair enough. So I went over to the garbage and I said, which one should I put the garbage in? I'm not sure. And he said, that one. This one's new. I said, okay. So then he kind of continued his dancing and singing and off he went, right? So Randall's gone to pick up his two little boys. They're twins, Devin, which is my son's name also, and Angelo, two cute little guys. And I said, and who are you? And he said, the first one says, I'm the nice one. And I said, oh, that was Angelo. Was that Angelo? No, that was Devin, the older one. I'm the nice one. And I said, oh, okay. And I said to Randall, was that who, I thought earlier that's who I saw was one of his boys. And I said, unless it was the man, Esteban's child, I haven't seen him. He goes, oh, Esteban has a autistic son. And I said, that's him. Here is your rain man of the forest. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? I thought that was the coolest thing. And there he was. That's who I was about to meet. So basically, Spirit was just introducing me ahead of time to who I was going to meet. All right. At 9 minutes and 27 seconds, we go to satellite dish. Okay? And you're getting the shapeshifters. Ooh, that was a very clear-cut message. Wow, interesting. Once upon a midnight Dreary. So somebody seems to be at a writer's block. They have something to say, but they don't know what. Or maybe they haven't taken the time to do so, or they're thinking, they're overthinking. Somebody's sad. They're blue. There's nothing written on that piece of paper. Tears in this one's eyes. There's a bird right there singing, but I don't think she's hearing the song, or he is hearing the song of the raven, which is magic and miracles. Pay attention to your intuition. It's telling you. Is there someone that you need to speak to? Is there someone you need to write to? Have you jumped to a conclusion and it stopped you from speaking, stopped you from saying something that you wish to say? Because the moon talks about illusions and deception. A lot of times we're deceiving ourselves. Sometimes we think things are a certain way and they're not. There's sadness here, and this one has a gold key around her throat. This, I said, can also represent a male, right? What does that key fit? Why are you holding on to it? What does it unlock for you? You're holding it tight to your throat. Does it unlock your voice? Does it unlock your expression, your creativity? You're at a writer's block. The number 3 and 1, 4. Interesting. Okay, so I want to show you the way my charms are turned over. So this is how they were turned over. That's my twin soul and I. You are the love of my life. It's etched in metal. It's very precious. And this says, all my love. The other one, right? So, is there a distance between you and someone that you have not spoken? Are there words that you need to speak? Pay attention to what your dreams are telling you. Are your dreams giving you messages? I think about that message that I got this morning. Here is your Rain Man of the forest. Welcome to the jungle. Here is your Rain Man of the forest. I loved Rain Man. Wasn't he amazing? So interesting how you got Tom Cruise. He was all that in a bag of chips, right? And Mr. Hollywood, was going to go take his brother and put him into a home where he could be taken care of. And who ended up taking care of who in the movie? Rain Man. Rain Man was not understood by a lot of people, but he was brilliant. Are you misunderstood? Do you hold your feelings inside, and is it difficult for you to express them? Your message, what you chose, was a satellite dish. So this message to me is your frequency is being felt even though you don't speak the words. But it's also telling you, reach out, right? Send your vibration out. Satellite dish, are you picking up? What are you picking up from your dreams? What are you picking up from your intuition? Pay attention to that. That will help you if you are in an artistic slump. If you're trying to create something, if you're trying to write something. For some reason, your flow has stopped. You're wearing prison stockings. You feel imprisoned. Your shoes are even blue. Those are high shoes. Those are bitchin' shoes. They're suede, chunky shoes. I like those. I like that whole outfit, actually. Except for the net things on the arms. That's not my deal. I like your beautiful bangle. At this time, if you don't have your lapis cuff on, it would be a good idea for you to put it on your heart side. Okay, so that's a message from me. So I have my lapis cuff right now. I have lapis. This is interesting. Check this out. Isn't that interesting? So there's an infinity symbol, right? A continuous loop, but there's a cord right through the center of it. It's twisted, and there's a cord right through it. Or, kind of like it like that. Hold on a second. It's giving me messages. Just a sec. I gotta look at this and see. So, but what it's telling me is basically, it only takes a couple seconds for me to take that off and get the loop free, right? So maybe there's a kink in your communication. Take a second to unravel it. Find out where the knot is. Clearly, I meant to put I'll do it for you. Lapis cuff is now on my heart side, okay? That's going to open up your communication because blue represents speaking your truth, okay? So that's your message. I'm not even going to go any deeper than that. That's it. We're going to do these short and sweet. Call upon Spirit to help you if you're having a difficult time expressing yourself. Or if you're feeling uncomfortable with reaching out. So for those who chose the fire pit, fire. Those who chose the fire. Okay. Somehow I feel like this will be my message, since I am fire. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh, the wind is blowing right when I said that. Winds of change. At 15 minutes and 17 seconds? We speak. Ooh, this is beautiful. I've had this one recently. The Violet Angel. I hope this was turned around so you could see it the right way. Violet Angel is telling you, look at that, 2 and 3 is 5. Significant change is happening in your life, always for the better, right? That's why the winds are happening. The wind came right when I said that. And I also said this was my message. And look at the fire, right? Look at the colors. Puffy clouds. I'm always in love with puffy clouds. So there she stands with her hand on her hip. She's got a little bit of an attitude, but she's friendly, she's spiritual, she's approachable. And she's coming forward to say, guess what? All the crap that you've been going through, that difficult time that you've been going through, it's passing. It's passing. You see this love and you see these puffy clouds. It's not completely gone over. The storm isn't completely blown away. But when those clouds blow away, things will have been rearranged much for the better for you. And right now, what we have happening is a breaking forward of something fantastic. The darkness is behind you. The difficult challenges are going to start fading away if they have not already. Because right where you're at right now is the breaking dawn. The breaking dawn of something new and beautiful coming into your life. Love, creativity, expression, friendships. This is when coincidences happen. These are the things that I've been experiencing on this trip, right? Everything, it wasn't coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence, first of all. We know that, right? Nothing is a coincidence. So synchronistic events where my dreams have been showing me the people that have been speaking to me. I've been running into people. Here's your rain man of the forest, and then I'm introduced to the little rain man, right? Coincidence, one after another after another. I asked to go to a special park. I wanted to go hike at the special park. And I was invited to go with friends. Somewhere, she goes, I don't know where we're going. My friend's choosing it. And I said, okay, I'll go with you guys. And we ended up going to that park. That's where I wanted to go. I asked for a singing crystal singing bowl. A singing crystal bowl. Same thing, right? I do a reading for somebody. She loves the work that I do and wants to continue having readings from me. So we do an exchange for a couple of readings, few readings. I'm getting this beautiful crystal bowl. One thing after another. These are beautiful things that are taking place. New friendships, new connections, right? Those are the type of things that are happening with the Violet Dawn. Violet Dawn. Why do I call it the Violet Dawn? I've always called it the Violet because it's the Violet Angel. So, Violet Dawn. So I like mixing things up a little bit, right? I like mixing things up a little bit. I don't like doing it the way other people do it, which is cool. So, Spirit wants us to not only recognize these opportunities and these wonderful things and expressions and people and situations that are coming into your life, but they want you to take advantage of absolutely every single one of them that you possibly can. Because this is what you've been asking for. It's certainly what I've been asking for. Look where I'm standing. Look where I'm freaking standing. Right? I mean, come on. I don't want to go home. I don't, because I am home. But I have to find my perfect place. I just know that this is, I need to be able to be as close to this as possible, right? So taking advantage of the opportunities, it might not be that you're going to have everything fall into place at this exact moment, but you're going to get ideas, right? You're going to have stuff come to you that's going to give you, okay, this is where I'm going to send my focus, or this is what I truly know that I need or that I want. That's important. This is what's going to bring the fire out in you, the passion in you, right? This fire's out right now. We're going to build a fire tonight. We're going to build a fire tonight. And so you need to build a fire with all of this stuff, all of that. We're going to talk tonight about all the experiences, and we're going to inspire one another. There's a creative spark that's happening. Build the fire inside of yourself. Bring to you what it is that you're desiring. You've been tired. You've been feeling lackluster. You've been maybe feeling bored. But now when this comes, this is the energy moving through. This is like me. I said I took some time to sleep, right? I was exhausted. I feel fantastic. This is energizing in here, right? So you're going to have that. You're going to be feeling more connected again, knowing that the worst of the worst of the worst has gone past. It's only up from here. Things are going to get better from here, and you're going to be feeling better. You're going to be feeling better in ways of your emotions, in ways of your spirituality, your physical health. This is This is the dawning of something new. Okay, so the fire hasn't started yet. It's the beginning, But you've got an idea. You know it's coming. So enjoy it. Savor it. Oh, I'm seeing something amazing up there. If you guys can see it. It's a baby. It's a little one climbing. There's two of them climbing the trees. Can you see the leg? This is a whole leg on this side. This is a leg on this side, the arm, climbing up the tree. It's like, I was going to say, first of all, I said little kids because there's two. And then I suppose it could be baby bears. But that's me climbing the tree. And that's what's going on with us. We're climbing back up out of whatever it was. Yay! Get excited, enjoy it as it unfolds. Allow it to unfold, that's the trick. Allow things to unfold. Don't try and pull it up. You're not going to pull up the grass roots and make them grow, right? We're just going to enjoy this. Yes. Okay, let me take a sip of my peppermint tea. Yum. Okay, and then we're going to go, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go to the animal tarot because it jumped out and it said I want to be involved in this. So when we were out and I was saying, I haven't seen any of my animals. Where are my messengers? So far all I had seen were ravens, not even ravens. I think they were crows and woodpeckers and mockingjays. The mockingjays are always with me. Always. Because it talks about singing, finding your voice and singing out. But I said when Randall and I were going up to Moon Rocks, I said, I'm ready for my osprey to show up any minute now, or my red hawk. And as we drove along, who was flying above me? The red hawk. I'm still open for my deer. I gotta see my deer. Haven't seen them yet. So let's see what we have show up. We've had a beetle show up. Ooh, before we wrap up, I hope I remember about that beetle. I was told to look for a sacred beetle, and he showed up. And it was the Palos Verde beetle. And it's big. And he showed up because it's mating season. What they do is they stay underground for 2 to 4 years. And then they come out in time for mating season. So he just popped out. So there's a message for you. Isn't that a pretty picture? Right there. That is a gorgeous picture. It's interesting because it's a bunch of firewood. Right? It's got... it's interesting. There's just like a lot of stuff that normally when I would take pictures, I would not want to have like that in the way, tools. I wouldn't want to see the buckets and the gears. I like that picture. It's real. And I see something over in the corner that we need to go look at. When I said the Palos Verde beetle, it's interesting because it's swarming Arizona right now. It's called the monsoon. Wow. It's called the monsoon beetle because that's when it's... that's when they come out. We got 2. So whoever chose the... What was it? Satellite dish... The pitchfork. It was the pitchfork next. Which is covered with my conscience, the wolf. My best friend, Jiminy Cricket, right? There you go. Pitchfork. Whoever chose the pitchfork. We got 2, babes. And it's interesting because I was talking about the Palos Verde beetle, right? That I was told to look for. And I actually keep my eye out. I wasn't to look for him. I was just supposed to pay attention. And here's the cactus. Now, do you see something that I see? I see a rabbit. See the big ears in the front face? I see one rabbit there. I see another rabbit. Cat bite. Interesting. Pair of rabbits. That's interesting considering this message here. So then that gives me a message. Because the first one that came out was the lovers and it came out upside down. So there's a fight between somebody. There's an issue going on. The lovers talks about a fork in the road. Talks about relationships, yes. But it's about the fork in the road. Which way are you going? There's a disagreement as to which way to proceed. So this is about making choices from your heart. And it did show up like this. Nope, that's confirmation again. So this is not to getting along well. This is to not getting along or having a disagreement. Or even in your own head, you could be having a disagreement because you're definitely at a fork in the road about a direction that you could go. Makes me curious considering I was talking about Once Upon a Midnight Dreary about somebody possibly jumping to the wrong conclusion. Because the Lovers talks about romance and getting in touch with your feelings, healing past wounds, forgiveness. But, you know, it's about a trustworthy relationship, making important choices. It's about being quiet. And look at that peaceful place. That waterfall is emotion, right? Pouring down. Now this way, water's exploding. So there's emotion being, like just right now, there was a fight. There was a cat fight going on. Now, is this between you and your own higher self? Are you, your ego and your higher self fighting? Or is this you and another person? Because this is definitely talking about making the proper choices and making sure that the one that you want to choose as a mate is the one that's best for you. Choosing the perfect person to be in relationship or the perfect partnership to be in. Right? So, Pomeranian dog is loyalty, friendship, protection. This is a genie bottle, make a wish. There's the rabbit, creativity and fertility. Right? New beginnings. There's toys spread all over the floor here. There's treats, there's toys everywhere. But in the, which of these items does not belong? The genie in the bottle. And that's what the dog's looking at. That's what's in front of the dog. So now's the time to make your dreams come true. Don't worry about how it happens. Just allow it. Remember, we were just supposed to allow. Say to Spirit, thank you for bringing this to me. 9 of summer, the end of something, the wrapping up. Stop procrastinating. You know what you want. You know what's in your highest good. Go for it. You need to make a choice. And right now, you're upside down with it because there's a fight. Now, it might be that you're in a place where you shouldn't be. Twice those cats fought. And I was talking about the rabbits. Now check this out. Let's go back to these rabbits. This could be a partnership, right? So what I was trying to say when that all happened was there's actually 3. There's one that's lying on the ground. There's one that's going in that direction. And there's one that's going in that direction. Who do you think is the one that you are? You are the one that's going towards the light. The biggest one. You're listening to your higher self. You're listening to Spirit's guidance. You are picking up the transmission. This one, that one's flattened. That one's just out for the count. That one's either lazy or down for the count or done. That one's going in a different direction. Maybe this is what the fight was. Whatever it is, this looks like a third-party situation, or 3 people involved, and one is definitely leading in that direction. The biggest, most outstanding part of yourself is going in that way. Whereas maybe you're leaving behind these aspects of yourself or a partnership. Now, if we get closer, it's even cooler. Because here you are as one rabbit, and you've got a little co-pilot with wings. You've got like a little Jiminy Cricket that's saying, look, let's hit, or, this is even better. There's your eye, right? Here you are moving forward, and that's your headlight. That's your third eye, and it's really beaming forward. Did you get a little bit squashed? Something happened. You broke away from some kind of a tree. Broke away from the tree. This tree is dead. This connection is dead. Look at that. That just literally fell apart. This is completely dead. Continue to follow what your higher self is saying. Pay attention to your vibration. What do you feel like when you're around certain people? Go towards love, understanding, kindness, goodness, support, encouragement. Stay away from blame, ridicule, anger, judgment, fear, right? That's what flattens you. So you might feel like you just got run over by a truck, but you haven't. You've got new growth, right? Let's back up again. Back up and see things from a different perspective. From this perspective, you're just going in a different direction because you know why? You've grown. You're bigger than you were. You've expanded beyond this. This is not going the direction that you wish to be going, so you're going this way. Everybody's going to find their own message in that. I know, but that's what I was seeing, especially since the cats started to let us know, hey, we're not agreeing on this. When you're not agreeing, we're not going in the same direction. You need to make the choice that's best for your heart. That's for your highest good. Don't be feeling guilty about this. The transformation. This is what you want to bring it to. You don't want this. You want to let go of toxic relationships or unsupported relationships or people that you don't sync with so that you can bring this in. You want harmony, peacefulness, beauty, serenity. You don't want to feel like there's a conflict, because there's definitely a conflict. Interesting. And then once you do that, that's when your dreams come true. But you have to stop procrastinating, because at this time, you're sitting there looking at what's in front of you, but you're not doing anything about it. You got a mess all around that house. That house is a mess. You've got all the toys in front of you, but it's not enough. It's not what you want. You want something different. You don't want a toy. You want love. I think that's what I'm getting too. There's all kinds of treats and toys lying around here, but they're not real. They're pretend. You want the long-lasting, true connection, peaceful serenity of a mutually supportive, comfortable, loving, creative, healing environment. Look at you guys. You guys are so in sync. You're both even in sync with your feet. You're moving in harmony. So if you want to manifest what it is that you want, know that what it is that you want is there for you. Don't worry about how Spirit brings it about, right? When we talk about love, loyalty, friendship, protection with the dog, that's how Spirit is with us. So we need to trust in that. All right, that's your message. Spirit said that was enough of that. That really wanted to be said. That really wanted to come out. So much so that I wasn't even going to choose this deck. It chose us. And then the cat bite came along to explain to us why we were chosen. All right, so then the next message is going to be the relationship cards. Okay, so this is for, what did we choose? The pitchfork, the fire pit, the satellite dish. What was the last thing I chose? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Did we just have 3? I don't remember. That's why I need a secretary. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I don't know what I chose. Oops, but one fell out, so that's our message. So if I didn't choose another, then this one is just for all of us. If I did choose one and I just can't recall it right now, forgive me. Obstacle. Okay. So you see these two. Look at the big bazooms on that chicklet, right? Ooh, what does she want? She's reaching for the stars. She's reaching for the moon, and she's going to land amongst the stars. And look what's there, 2 big, passionate stars on her left breast, heart side, right? And look at the one on this side with her psychic antennae. She's got hair like mine. Look at the pearls of wisdom around her neck. And heart-colored love, passion is what she's wearing. What is her ring that she's wearing? It's a green ring. Is it beryl crystal? I think so. The one I'm looking for. So what she's saying and what they're both saying is there's an obstacle. Well, is the obstacle because you have got your third eye covered? I think so. So they're showing you that there's obstacles in the way. There's challenges. And maybe there are challenges that appear. And the challenges might look like, I can't get past this. There's a fight. There's a struggle. This is what I want. I don't know how to get there. Then we don't worry about it. We just say to Spirit, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want to be here with the love of my life. I want to be comfortably situated in a place that's like this, that has a little bit more sun. Like I said, I saw a place. I saw a field. And I heard in my head, the plants have to be, it has to be 72 degrees for the plants to grow. You know when I met Harlan, or Harmon? Why do I call him Harlem? Like Harlan Globetrotters. Isn't that funny? Harlan, I said the other day. Harmon. Isn't that interesting? My favorite word is harmony. Harmon, I said, you have a message for me. And he started to talk to me about the sacred geometry of this jewelry that he was making. And I just felt like he had something to say because of and I'm going to ask for another message of that from here. Because of the rainbow balls and the juggler and the fact that he was juggling. He was juggling rainbow colored, and this is the rainbow community, right? And Harmon, I thought Harmon, and I said, what sign are you? And he said Aquarius. And I said, of course you are. I am Aquarius. But there was in my dream, I saw this land, and it was like this. It was heavy. It was dark, right? And I said, can we have, the person said to me, it needs to be 72 degrees for the plants to grow at an optimal space, right? And I looked around and I thought, okay. I said, but can we clear an area so the sun can come through? Because you need the sun, right? And he said yes. And I said, or whoever it was said yes. And I said, can I have a big oak tree to put a tree fort in? And the person said, We don't have oak trees. We have birch trees here. Now, birch trees we have in Sedona and Flagstaff area, right? So I asked him at the market. I said, I started to say that, and I said, so in my dream I heard, it needs to be 72 degrees for the plants to grow at an optimal pace or condition or whatever. And he looked at me and he kind of freaked and he goes, oh my God, I'm growing a certain strain of ayahuasca and it needs to be 72 degrees. And I said, do you have, I know he has property, and I said, do you have birch trees on your property? And he said, no. And I said, well, the Palos Verde beetle is swarming Arizona, right? Not here. There is a higher area. So I want this kind of area, right, in my life, but clearly it must not be here, right? It's got to be where the Palos Verdes beetle is. Now that beetle was here, but those trees weren't here. And then I heard in my head, you can grow other plants besides those under that license. I heard that in my dream. So, obstacle. I'm thinking to myself, this is what I want, right? My landlord said, how are you going to get all your stuff up there? Where are you going to live? You don't want to be in a community with a bunch of people super close-knit, right? You want to kind of be on your own. I'm not going to worry about it because I know what I want, and Spirit says, we'll deliver it to you, and sometimes the box is a little bit different. Sometimes the cover is a little bit different. You just put out to the universe what it is that you're desiring. You send it out, your rockets of desire, and then you let it go. I got to go to a fair today. I got to go to a harvest festival. After this, I'm just going to go off and I'm going to enjoy myself because challenges might be there, but they're not insurmountable, right? And maybe the path to get there is not a straight line. I come up here, I go there. Sometimes we have to go to a certain spot, stop there, and go to the next spot. It's not always a straight shot, right? Because we have messages and lessons that we have to learn along the way. Also, I was meant to connect with people to help other people. This is not just about my own personal love life, my personal particular life. This is about my spiritual path, and there was many, many people that I needed to connect to that would bring me the things that I was asking for and also help them too, right? So our path, you got to go there, 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 and then you'll end up. So maybe your path is indirect, but it gets you to where you're meant to go, right? And you're going to be getting greater clarity. You're going to be getting a different perspective. You're going to be gleaning other things that you need along the way. So don't think that because, well, that's not where I wanted to go, so don't go up here. There's a reason I came up here, right? Everything came together. So basically, Spirit is saying, the obstacles in front of you are not as they appear. Stop covering your third eye. Allow things to happen. Know that everything happens for a reason. Absolutely everything is happening as it's meant to happen, and trust in Spirit's process. Okay, I just want to ask for myself, correct for neutrality on all levels. Do you have something to say to me? Magician? Juggler? Or was that it? Was that all that you needed to say? Correct for neutrality. Do you have something to say? Ooh. So now the rain is, it feels like rain, but it's old dried leaves that are falling to the wind. The wind is brushing loud. So let's see. Well, for all of us, receptivity. Basically, we need to get into a space of, he didn't show up. So basically it says to me, I'm not going to go looking, I'm not going to ask. Whatever's meant to happen will happen. So basically it's, whatever you think can or cannot happen, get rid of that. There is no obstacle for Spirit, none. What can and cannot work is not in Spirit's vocabulary, right? What is impossible and feels unlikely can, will, and does happen. So keep an open mind and open heart and just basically free yourselves of what I can't do, what seems impossible, and just be open to receive. So arms wide open, right? Arms wide open and live wild and free, right? Wild root. This is the time to be one with nature. Watch for your animal messengers, see what they are today, right? Wolf pack, wolf pack. My people that I've met up here, they're just soul family. They're like cousins, right? My wolf's not here. My wolf's somewhere else right now. I don't know where he's at. He might be in Arizona, right? But right now, I'm visiting soul family. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to go off to the Harvest Festival. I'm curious to see what also comes. I have nothing that I can't get done. I have nothing that can't be given to me that I can't receive. I don't have that vocabulary anymore. My vocabulary is I can have anything and everything I want as long as it's in my highest good and that of others. And that's how I would only want it, right? So that's the end, you guys, of our reading today. And I'll see if I can upload this. I don't know if I'm going to take the time to upload it. I kind of want to get down to the Harvest Festival. So I'm going to walk with you guys because I told you I wanted to show you something. Hold on. I want to see if my beetle, my sacred beetle, is what's going on with him. They come to mate. So after they mate, they don't live much longer. That's where they come out. It's kind of like a cicada, a twin soul. It's kind of like the life of a twin soul couple. You know, we go our whole lives, and then we finally come together. And it feels as though for the journey of your life, by the time you come together, you don't have much left. And then it's time to go back up to spirit. So, woo! That's the life of a twin soul. So the time that we have together is going to be sacred bliss. And maybe that's about, all the work that we're doing now. Like getting this work done and allowing this. Oh, I needed a spoon. Thank you. How funny. I needed a silver spoon. Okay, that's funny. That's a really good message, actually. Right? Who doesn't want a silver spoon in their mouth? You know what that means, right? I needed a silver spoon. Thanks, Spirit, for just delivering it to me. And that's pretty much. Somebody said to me, you need to up your prices. You need to up your prices. I kept getting that over and over. And I said, you know what? I'll up them a little bit, but Spirit knows what I need. And right now what Spirit says I need is just stay on my path and listen to them. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this silver spoon is going to be added to my collection. We are going to bring all this over here just in case it starts to sprinkle. I don't want my stuff to get damaged. All right, let's go see how our I'm spilling everything. Come on. Our Palos Verde beetle is doing. I named him Bucky. Did you guys watch the Marvel? What was it when? I'm not really into those kind of cartoon movies, but I went and watched it with my kids. What was his name? Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, right? And Bucky, who was taken and tortured and brainwashed and couldn't remember who he was, and finally he came back. So I called this guy, but he was really hurt. So I called this guy Bucky, and I'm kind of sad because maybe that was him on his last leg. And here he is. Hey Bucky, how you doing? Are you okay, or are you done? He might have had his life. But this is where if he's done, he came here for his final resting spot. Bucky, oh, you're still okay. There you go. Are you healing? There you go. There you go. Okay, I don't want to bother you. I just wanted to see if I'm going to give you some love, okay? I'm going to give you some Reiki. Shokore, 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 dekomai, dekomai. There you go. I'm going to fill you with healing energy. And if you are transitioning now, I ask that you go in love and light. Thank you for being my messenger. Yeah, that's why I wanted to plant you in the rose bush with my mom. Right? I planted him in the rose bush. And with the peacock feathers for the phoenix rising. Right? One was falling down. Needed to be propped back up. Okay, I love you guys.